This week's episode of the award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by the new Karate Kid.
Me.
No.
Fish.
No. Not at all.
Woman.
No. It is a woman.
It is?
It's just not you.
Oh.
Beyonce has provided us with the receipts that the bitch has been in training, and she's willing
pictures
and able to kick anybody's ass
Paramount
at any
Studios.
moment. And she can do it in a stiletto heel after a 2-hour performance.
And she did it with form. Like, she had the right technique. She parted her arms. She like, I gotta have a good balance. And then I'm a, hey, yeah. I like technique. Speaking of good form, the album came in number 2. But Beyonce,
wow,
good form comes in number 1.
Gay culture is throwing shade. I believe that the bitch really does have magical powers, because nobody can do that like that the way that you saw her do that in stiletto heels. Like, I can't even do that in gym shoes. How in the fuck is Beyonce able to do a full frontal karate kick in stilettos? And if you don't know what I'm talking about the ending of her Atlanta show, her second Atlanta show, after someone had run on stage. And
on the
first night. We're going to get to that later. But this show is brought to you by the new Karate Kid, and her name is Beyonce.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. I am AKA the 313 Thriller, BKA the nigga in Jabos.
Oh, I like Jabos. Oh, okay, I like Jabos. So what's 2018? Can I still like Jabos?
I still like Jabos.
I was gonna say, it's like when your auntie still like that brand, but it's like, auntie, that brand ain't hitting no more.
It's still gonna hit.
And if I see him in some Jabos, he can still get.
It's a hit that stick like grits. I be on it like wet paint. So
yeah,
there's that.
We have a special announcement this week.
Absolutely. The final launch. We've been teasing you guys for a little while now, but we actually have a launch of Here For It Podcast's fashion line.
Yeah, it's the merch. It's not a fashion line.
It's fashion. It's fashion. Oh, trust me.
We got leggings. We got all the things.
Oh, this is
Sheba Sheree, watch out.
First off, I told y'all
spring, for your crown.
Summer, September. And guess what? It's going to be September.
Ta-da! Beyonce inspired us.
So you will be able to purchase your own merch from Here For It Podcast this coming month. The Patreon subscribers will get it first.
Patreon, get it first.
So if you are not a current Patreon subscriber, make sure that you are counted amongst the blessed. And get on Patreon. Here For It Podcast on Patreon. That way you can see the merch first. You can purchase the merch first. You can be wearing the merch before we give it to everyone else. And you can be the best and the baddest bitch out here in Here For It Podcast merch, because you know we're only going to deliver badass shit.
Yeah, BADD. Bad.
Wow. This week's icebreaker.
Oh, yes. We are launching the announcement on Patreon on September the 1st to our Patreon subscribers. And we will tell the rest on Patreon, and we will tell the rest of everybody else that's not on Patreon at a later date.
Later.
So, we love you guys,
and you're gonna get Here
For It Podcast. But you know the way things work, Patreon subscribers get everything first. I just feel so bad, but I'm so excited in the same vein. No K2, no injectable.
Wow.
Okay, what's our icebreaker this week? I'm so excited for Patreon merch.
Yeah, you guys saw me tease it on Instagram a couple times, and I'm gonna be really teasing it.
Yeah.
Like really, like deep teasing it.
Are you my man?
I'm gonna be teasing it. This week our icebreaker is, what is your favorite gay movie of the 90s? We have let all of those go to the wayside. Nobody talks about them. Nobody rewatches them. But we should still be excited about those movies and rewatching those movies and talking about those movies and breaking them the fuck down where they were wrong and where they were just so right and so gay and so lovely. So I'll start. My favorite gay movies of the 90s were The Birdcage, the iconic, the legendary Birdcage,
starring
Robin Williams, the
Rest
late
in
great
peace.
Robin Williams, and Nate. Damn, what's Nate's last name? Nate. No, not Nate Parker. That's the problematic one. Nate something. But he was fierce.
Okay.
He was fierce. But the movie is just so funny. It gets gay people so right. It gets the dichotomy of like balancing parenthood with coming out and being proud so right. It gets like Miami gayness so right. It's so funny in that aspect. It's like, to me, it's like one of Robin Williams' top 3 movies of all time for me. Like, number 1 is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay. LGBT.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Well, we love Mrs. Doubtfire because it was a cross-dresser who was taking care of children.
Right.
And what that meant and how the production company made that tolerable to a
Mainstream
mass audience.
Mainstream audience.
Oh, I see that. I was trying to dissect it while you were saying it. So give me a minute.
Yeah. So, like, it's in my top 3. But, like, his performance was just, you felt it. He was so real. He was so funny. Nate's performance as his husband, lover, was also so good and so funny. And just, like, it's so many punchlines throughout the movie. Birdcage. My other one, I would say, is Philadelphia, because nobody talked about what it was to be in the AIDS crisis from a gay man's perspective until we saw Philadelphia. And Philadelphia,
starring
Tom Hanks
and
Denzel Washington.
Oh, here we go. These are names.
Yeah.
Like, these ain't no little names. Like, oh, these girls with a web series. YouTube went out yet, ma'am.
No, these were actual like top hitters in the industry at the time.
Top hitters, okay, no verse hitters.
Well, no. But they were top hitters at the moment. You know, like gay culture is
gay culture is
starting off a top and becoming a verse.
No, starting out verse and becoming a top. I've seen more people.
Oh no, I've seen no. Research has shown.
Well, you do have more sex specialists at the Superman.
No, there are far more niggas that started off just topping and then was like, well, I'm gonna let you lick it a little bit.
Because I'm doing all this licking shit. My turn.
Anyway,
not shit, my turn, but
wow.
Sir.
Hopefully not shit.
My turn.
Anyway, those are my top 2 gay movies of the
like
90s. Well, 2.5.
But I am not like a huge fan. Well, I did appreciate what Birdcage gave, but since I have to give different answers, not that I have to give different answers. It's my podcast. How about that?
It can be your top ones.
But I have 2. The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, came out in 1994, which is it was based in Australia. The girls were on this bus. They were trying to get to a drag show. They were on this bus trying to get to something. They were trying to do something. I don't remember the movie all the way. You just asked me this off the top of my head, and so I have to remember as many LGBT.
So these were all Australian gays?
Let's see. Australian comedy film. The plot follows 2 drag queens played by Hugo Weaving and Guy Pearce, and a transgender woman played by Terrence Stamp, as they journey across the Australian outback from Sydney to Alice Springs in a tour bus that they have named Priscilla. Along the way, they encounter various groups of individuals. The film's title references the slang term queen for a drag queen or female impersonator. I forget the whole plot of the movie, but I appreciate that the stars of the movie was 2 drag queens, and it included a transgender person in 1994. And it won an Oscar for costume design because, of course, it's a gay movie. It was going to get it was nominated. That was groundbreaking in like 94, and it won. So I don't know what else came out. I don't know what Jean-Claude Van Damme was doing.
Spreading his legs.
Arnold Schwarzenegger were doing. Hey, shout out to everybody else. But shout out to The Adventures of Priscilla.
Never seen that. Never heard of that. I'm gonna have to check it out. Hopefully it's on. Is it on Netflix? Maybe. Possibly.
It might be on Amazon Prime Video. You have all the things.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
And also, just as a gay person, the documentary
Paris is Burning.
Yeah. So I think they came out at 89, but
don't matter.
Let
She's
me see.
timeless.
Paris. I was gonna say I think Paris is Burning came out in like '89, but like they got on like Donahue. They were on all of the things.
Yeah, I think
Oh, it came out in 1990. Yes, thank you. Sorry,
right on time.
I'm making the mark in the 90s. So 1990s starts the 90s. Paris is Burning. Pose was inspired by that.
We're gonna get to it.
A lot of quotes from RuPaul's Drag. You own everything. When you come on this runway on RuPaul's Drag Race,
Challenges were inspired.
everything.
There are challenges from season 1 to season 10. Plus,
Why are you gagging? So she bring it to you every ball.
there are challenges.
There are
inspired,
ball challenges on RuPaul's Drag Race.
inspired by Paris is Burning. Paris is Burning, I think,
So-
is easily one of the most influential, important gay movies / documentaries.
Let me see how
for
much it costs on Amazon because
the
it was
millennials.
$25 when I bought it.
Yeah,
I continue to tell girls it was $25 when I bought it on Amazon.
but I think it's
The most
extremely.
expensive thing I ever bought. I bought the Noah's Ark season 1, season 2, and the movie, and I still don't think I spent $25.
Work
The rights to Paris is Burning is
as it should be. It's a classic.
yeah.
And I think, like I said, it's a classic that millennials who weren't necessarily like didn't know they were gay at the time, were still awakening, should definitely check out. It should not just be the older generation that knows about it.
It was filmed in, also it must have been filmed in '89 and came out in '90. Woo, because I was so scared. I was like, I hope Paris is Burning makes the list.
Yeah.
That's our icebreaker this week. What other LGBT movies should we watch that came out in the 90s? Leave us comments wherever you are listening. We want to know because we enjoy watching LGBT content.
Even if it's problematic, because I know if it came out in the 90s, it's going to be a little bit
It's gonna
problematic.
be a little bit.
So-
Somebody was saying like Martin couldn't be remade today because the way that they made trans jokes towards Shanae would be woohoo.
Yeah, true. So hopefully they got that handled while they're filming currently. The word of the day this week is differently abled instead of saying differently abled. Differently abled.
I love a good Google.
And so instead of saying disabled, you can say differently abled. Is the PC way of addressing people that might be disabled, handicapped, or otherwise abilitied. This word of the day is inspired by Rolling Ray, the most famous person in a wheelchair on Twitter.
All right.
So it's used.
She showed us love.
She did. And so it's used to say that since people have been categorized as disabled, that they aren't actually disabled. Like they have a whole bunch of other abilities. Reading might be one of them.
Hello.
Throwing shade on the internet might be one of them.
Hello.
Singing might be one of them. Writing might be one of them. People are disabled in Special Olympics that can do shit that I never could
And
do
still
in
be in the Olympics. And I'm sorry, I give a lot of shade. I can buy 2 or 3.coms. I can launch merch with my co-host. Roland Ray might beat me in the Special Olympics.
A whole bunch of people might beat you in a lot of just regular shit, regular everyday regular everyday things, and that doesn't make them disabled. That makes them differently abled. They may not be able to walk. They may not be able to use their hands. They may not be able to see. They may not be able to hear. But that doesn't make them disabled. That makes them differently abled. And so that is the word of the day.
I forget his condition, but it is really tragic to wake up. I think he was like 9 or 10. If I remember the Catfish episode right, he was like 9 or 10 years old. He woke up one morning and he couldn't walk. Imagine the trauma from that, and the things that you go through in your mental health. Woo.
Yeah, I can imagine. I ain't watched the whole Catfish episode. I just watched the shady part.
I watched the whole episode.
So, but I do like him. I like his personality. I live when he told Kim Yonsei, you know, I don't like you because you have to tell these girls in the street sometimes they don't believe you on the internet.
I don't.
You know I don't like you.
I don't.
So
whether I'm walking or disabled,
differently
abled.
Amen. I
I'm learning.
don't like you. I don't like you.
Sorry about that.
The very first and the most hottest of all topics this week.
I like that.
Is Alyssa Edwards is coming to Netflix.
Amen. Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen is the
Coming
name
in
of the
October.
special. And the bitch has been quiet for a long time. We ain't got no YouTube updates. We barely see her in the United States. She's traveling the world, booked everywhere. But we finally have gotten a glimpse that the queen is coming back to us, and it is via a YouTube special. I mean, a Netflix special. Netflix special.
Produced by Wow Presents.
Yeah.
World of Wonder.
Yeah.
WOW.
And we should have knew she was up to something and was cooking something. Because again,
you getting all this money on the YouTube, and you just gonna snatch the cat back like this? No Kaya, because we don't do Kaya now. Woo.
Well, does anybody do Kaya?
Wow. Privately, we enjoy Kaya's music, and that's the gag.
I am gonna get to that as well.
Kaya's on the.
It's not Kaya though. It's not Kaya. It's somebody else. Fuck. But anyway, Dancing Queen is coming out in October. Get your Netflix accounts up. Get on your friend Netflix account. Steal an email or do something. This shit is gonna be hilarious.
Fake
it's gonna be
email
funny.
addresses. Do a Google.
Yeah. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be hilarious. I watched like the little sneak peek of it, and like the biographical stuff that she was talking about her journey was really, really good. So I know like it's gonna be good. Like we're gonna see her being amazing, looking amazing, being funny per usual, and I can't wait for it. It's like it's probably one of the most anticipated Netflix shows coming out that I have currently. Like everything else coming to Netflix, I'm like, I guess I'll watch it. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna be there.
Dancing Queen.
As soon as Dancing Queen drops at midnight, if she drops at midnight, I'm watching Dancing Queen. So thank you, Alyssa Edwards. It looks amazing. Also, welcome back to drag, Katya. Katya came back in drag. We talked about her probably 4 or 5 months ago on a previous episode that she had taken a break from drag because her mental health was suffering, and she just was like, girl, I'll take these wigs and this makeup off to get my mental health back. And she did, and she got better, and she's back in drag, and she's back on YouTube doing reviews and hopefully doing shows. I would love to see Katya in the show. And she's one of my all-time favorites. Just love her to death, and I'm so excited to see her back in drag.
Justice for Katya. The girls be like, justice for Raven.
Child.
Justice for Katya, because she slayed All-Stars during her season.
She slayed her actual season as well, but we're not going there.
But yeah, so glad that Katya was able to decontaminate from drag and return to Brian, seek counseling, seek mental health help, and return back to us as Katya in a surprise episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Fashion Photo Review last week on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to Fashion Photo View on YouTube,
yeah, it's funny. Next, I would like us to stop this stupid ass trend of telling niggas to pull up and giving them your actual grid coordinates, your address.
Give them a pen. No, we're not giving them our real one, according to.
No, well, one of these girls actually did give them like the real deal thing, and then the girls pulled up on her and she got her ass whooped. And so that's why we need to stop.
Who did this?
Mariah Lynn put on the internet.
Love and Hip Hop, New York.
Just, it don't matter which
one.
I
like that song. What's that song she got? Things you could do, you be never rich. Never on, you be never it. Never bitch.
Never bitch.
I think it's called Never Bitch.
Yeah, Never Bitch.
Oh, it's called Never Bitch. But it actually happened. Oh.
Okay. So it's no longer never. It's like sometimes. Sometimes I get beat up when I tell people.
Before, so you can't sound like. And that's a hit. I feel it in my spirit. Because we turned up at the club so many times. Yeah,
Never Bitch and Money Gun are two of my favorite Mariah Lynn songs. But this song and dance that she has done of telling people where to pull up to fight her at, she need to just discontinue this song.
Oh my god!
Put this song back on the shelf.
She needs the R&B record.
She needs some milk. Because how in the fuck are you such a badass on the internet telling people to pull up and fight you and this is where I'm gonna be at?
But who was the person that beat her up though?
One of them two girls that showed up to the awards. It don't matter. They all birds.
I don't know.
It don't matter.
It was Nicki Minaj's friend Ra Ali.
Sure. Bird number 2. But Bird number 2 did put in her GPS this location that Mariah Lynn
Took
told
you
her.
to the doctor, still didn't look like Ra. What did Nicki Minaj say? Cause I don't need no fraud. She said something about Remy Ma going to rent. So her whole relevance, the girl's whole relevance is being associated with Nicki Minaj in a diss song to Drake. And then this girl said on Instagram Live, "I don't like you." And then they asked Mariah Lynn to pin her location if she was about that life. And Mariah Lynn pinned the address to somebody else's house. And they still showed up and whooped her ass. Had multiple rounds on Instagram video, which I'm sure is on Mariah Lynn Fight. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
But it's a current trend, and the current trend needs to stop.
Pin
Especially
your location if you about that. No, all y'all ain't gonna win.
Especially if you know you're not well equipped to handle the smoke that you asking for. So Mariah Lynn obviously was ill equipped for the smoke that she was asking for, and got her ass whooped on the internet.
Pinning at somebody else's address. Don't pin your location if you know, this is my 5-year-old god niece's birthday party. Don't pin your location there.
Don't pin your location if you ain't won like the last 5 fights that you was in.
Yeah.
So if you haven't won the last 5 fights you was in, you just was in like
Latasha
maybe
gonna help me if you know Latasha ain't there. And her boyfriend Keith is gonna get real because he hit women as well. I mean, like, you gotta have a full panel. Like, if you it's just gonna be you.
You should have a full panel anyway. If we're gonna talk about testing, get you a full panel.
But yeah, Mariah Lee, you did it wrong because you have enough people. You didn't have enough real hitters, so don't pin your location anymore. As previously stated.
Your location is not your destination, Mariah Lynn. Next, I would like to address interracial porn. There was a little bit of smoke, speaking of smoke, on Twitter between Cash De Niro, Deep Dick, Knockout.
Okay.
These 3 porn stars.
I saw Knockout in person and I was not knocked out. So don't pin your location.
Well,
the last time I saw you at the other location, I didn't want none.
I think his name is Knockout, not because of his
prowess,
physical appearance.
It's a prowess. We sisters.
It's more of like what his penis does to people.
I don't even watch black porn like that, but no.
Oh, well,
we both jaguars, female.
Jaguars aren't all females.
As I refresh my lip chat, girl, move around.
Anyway, interracial porn is really, really popular, and I think that there is a lot of space for inclusivity. But I think that we do not need to shroud it in cliches and.
What was the point of their? Who sent the first tweet? Somebody sent a tweet. I don't know. This is our podcast. We got to explain the story. So who sent the first tweet?
It doesn't matter. The conversation was about one porn star being better than other porn stars because he was working with white men now.
Oh,
yes.
Who was working with white men?
Knockout is now signed to Noir Male, which basically pairs black big dick tops with white bottoms,
like Blacked, the straight porn company.
Well, they do that with women. So
it's the gay version because they do it with men.
Yeah. So so Knockout was throwing the shade of, oh, I'm classier now, I'm better now, to the other black porn stars because they only are in black,
Breedy Raw,
gay,
and other
porn.
black gay productions.
Yeah, they're only in other black gay productions and OnlyFans. No shade.
Ooh.
So that was his shade via Twitter. I think it was an important conversation because there is this class of black men that do feel like better than because they're fucking white people. And fucking white people does not make you better than. It makes you a part of the cliche. It makes you part of the fetish. And if anything, you are actually worse than.
It might be a nice check. It might be.
I'm sure the check is nice. But the check, you are trading for your own sensibility, your own character. Every check ain't a good check.
Rod Clever, RODDKLEVER, brought up on Twitter, like, look at the Instagram for Chi Chi LaRue, who is the producer of the whole company. Look at this. Oh, I have a new brand coming called Noir Male. I don't see any black models in Chi Chi LaRue's promotion of his new Noir Male. It's all white. He's like using the black tops, but like black actors, but then like all the stars are allegedly the white models.
They are.
So, so when the other two have questions, concerns, or reads, because girl, we gay, we love a good read. Deep Dick, who you say? Knockout is gonna have to accept the read.
Well, he's not accepting the read.
Even
currently.
the producer of the company is even showing you that you don't have value. He's not even the person who wrote your check is not even promoting you, which could be good or bad, but it's bad right now.
Noir means black.
It does. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Groundbreaking.
Noir means
that's
black.
a joke. But.
And they have named this production company Black Male, basically. But they highlight the black male top in a shrouded way of saying this is us we're being inclusive, and you know, we're wrapping the rainbow flag around this, and you know, we're including everybody. And to me, it's worse than the typical white on white porn that is out there, because the typical white on white porn, I know what to expect. I know y'all are classist. I know y'all are racists. But when you are shrouding your classism and racism and fetish in, oh look, we're including a black person here, but it's only a black big dick top. Where the bottom's at? There's no black versatile porn stars out there that you could be promoting or using in your films? Like none? And so don't shit on the black.
Literally.
Please, no one shit on anything. But don't shit on the black porn production companies that do black porn, because it is still the most watched gay porn.
Amen.
White people, black people, brown
amateur,
people, yellow people,
professional.
They all watch more black porn than white porn. And that is not shade, that is a fact.
Shout out to Pornhub, who releases their statistics every year.
Yes. White gays, I know that this can put you in a precarious position, because...
What's that word? Precarious?
Precarious.
Oh, I like big words.
But it is still okay to love black dick, but you also have to love the black man that is attached to it. And when I say love
Where's
the black
man... Fan? They need to go get my shade fan.
When I say love the black man that's attached to it, it doesn't always have to be romantically. I'm not telling you to fall in love with every black dick that you come in contact with, but know and love everything that comes with being a black male. Don't just love just the black dick.
The black experience. And
then you rent the dick out for like 20 to 30 minutes, and then you don't know nothing about blackness, and you going back to Whole Foods. That's still racism. It can be a microaggression of racism, but that's still racism. Nobody's telling you not to love black dick. Black dick is amazing. It is put on this earth to change things.
Amen. To
change spirits.
Black dick brought both of us here to host this podcast.
To move things.
Amen.
Move people. But it is not here to be your fetish.
So Knockout needs to learn something? Or what is the goal for Knockout?
Just be quiet. Okay. So it's okay to accept your white money and accept your white big ass checks and live someplace classy in California. But don't be shitting on girls that live in Atlanta that do black porn that you used to also be doing black porn with. Like, you're not that girl, because what happens all the time is they will use you for your big ass black dick for 5 movies, and then they will find another big ass black dick. I can point to a few of them, but I won't throw that shade.
All right. I don't know the full story, so I'm just gonna go with what you said. But
it's on Twitter. Nobody deleted
it was a lot, and I have a corporate America job. I don't have time to sit on Twitter and read.
You watch Love and Hip Hop. Girl,
I barely made time for that. You don't even know how I barely made time for that.
I want to recover Pose. So we've talked about Pose for every episode that Pose had a current episode on. And now that it's off and we're waiting.
You judge because I watch Love and Hip Hop.
Girl, you was judging gay porn.
Oh, I do judge gay porn. I want the best for gay porn.
Pose is currently off the air and we are salivating and waiting for season 2 to come on. But while we do that, I think that we should revisit all of the episodes of Pose and like get into it the way that we do with Golden Girls, the way that we do with Martin, the way that we do with Living Single.
Oh my gosh,
the way that some of our, you know, a little more whitish
the Girls
friends
227
go back to Friends. Pose was iconic, and we should be knowing the lines from Pose. I am going to be working on getting my lecture reads together.
Amen.
Because the lecture has
which episode? What was the situation? What was going down? I'm
going to know it.
Amen.
I'm going to know it because it was just as important as episodes of Martin, just as important as episodes of Living Single. It was extremely important. And if we let the shit go to the wayside, it's going to go to the wayside. Because white people, straight people are not
Get
going
them
back.
Online streaming numbers.
They're not going back to go rewatch the shit. They was just like, the gay people had a show.
Cute.
It was trans visibility. They're not rewatching the episodes. They don't even know who Blanca is. We need to know who Blanca is. We need to know the reads. We need to go back and rewatch. We need to go find the idiosyncrasies that we saw in the episodes that we didn't see the first time. Go back and rewatch Pose from episode 1 to the very last episode. Please and thank you. Azalea Banks is a stunt queen.
Confirmed.
I knew it was some bullshit.
Can we move on? I don't want to give her much space.
She's not gonna have.
Okay.
But I knew it was some bullshit when she took to the internet crying, talking about Wildin' Out was colorists and racist.
They were black and red.
And she apparently never saw an episode of Wildin' Out before. Didn't know that reads were attached to coming on this show.
Shout out to your publicist.
But she really needs to stop the madness and seek help. And we will leave that there.
Amen.
The fan that ran behind Beyonce is a criminal. He is also a goal at the same time.
Beyonce said that she was not gonna press. Beyonce is king and queen. Hello. But Beyonce said she was going to press charges, but ATLPD said like, "Oh, we don't let this get by us, girl." So they had filed public.
The dancers didn't let this get by them either. So if you saw what this nigga looked like after,
he still got his ass whooped. He still got. Beyonce was like, "Well, I'm gonna be kind," but the other girl, ain't nobody else gonna be kind in this mix.
Gracious queen,
generous queen,
degenerate. Oh, wow. Again, he's a criminal and a goal at the same time because had I had the audacity, the courage to get on a Beyonce stage, of course I would be running behind the queen to touch the hem of her garment, to smell her, to be like close to her. Like no one will get this opportunity. And so if I will have to take an ass whooping for it, I completely understood this man's frame of mind.
I just want to say out loud, I asked you when I watched the Instagram video, I was like, so what was his goal? And you said to touch the queen, and I was like, wow, I see from a whole new area now. It's like, because I know he doesn't want to hurt Beyonce and Jay-Z. I figured that he didn't want to hurt.
He paid too much money for these tickets.
I didn't think he wanted to hurt them, but I was like, but what is your goal, though? He was like, to touch Beyonce. I was like, you know what, bitch? Virgo season 2019, I want to touch Beyonce. That's a goal. That's a whole goal. I'll spend $2,000 for a VIP Carter section seat. Julia Smooth. I love bald-headed men's, but Julia Smooth.
You can touch me after.
I have goals. I'm focused on touching Beyonce. If she had like her Versace bedazzled stage costume,
maybe touching.
If I just touch the costume, send me to jail now.
That's what I'm saying.
Start the cash app. $ Ronald Matters. You know, PayPal. I'm like, y'all get me out of jail. My goal was to touch Beyonce. I didn't even understand the goal. I did it.
Julius also might have been the second part of the goal. And so I ran up on Beyonce. I touched Beyonce. Julius, touch me now.
Okay.
That could have been part of the goal.
For $2,000?
I touched Beyonce. Then Julius pushed me up against his bosom and dragged me out of the auditorium.
Yes.
I can write a book now. So I understood exactly.
Yeah, call me for interviews.
I understood exactly what was going through his mind. I just wish that I had the courage.
I did not even realize. I was like, what is he running up there for?
Everybody wanted to drag him. They wanted to figure out what his name was, his address, to like demonize him. But he might be the president of the Beehive.
He is goals.
He might be the president of the Beehive.
He just wants to be blessed by the queen. Amen.
And I can
shout out to her drop kick the second night. She was being nice and funny.
Hashtag AKA the Karate Kid.
That was cute.
Nextly,
is that a word?
It is now.
Ooh.
Insecure happened.
I watched part of it.
I still stand firm in my previous week's assessment that Issa Rae is a fuckboy in women's clothing. Issa's neck and her back got tired, and she moved from the frying pan into the fire in this previous week's episode.
She moved from the couch into the bed.
The frying pan. From the frying pan into the fire. I said what I said. And I meant, yes. So, someone that you are trying to be platonic friends with, how do you move from their couch and into their bed in hopes that this will still stay platonic? You know how? When you are a fuckboy. When you are a fuckboy, you do these type of things. You be like, oh, well, I can just sleep in the bed with you instead. My neck and my back. And I'll just be in my underwear. And I might just let you lick it a little bit. And who has dreams of getting eaten out while
Nicki
eating
Minaj.
Cheetos? No, I don't think that's even Nicki's dream.
Barbie dreams.
No.
Oh,
this
okay.
is, no.
Video coming soon.
What's the Walmart Barbie? Like, this is Walmart Barbie. This is not regular Barbie. Like
Brett's doll?
Sure. Brett's.
Because Brett's doll used to be real cheap. But they were black dolls. So we were like, bitch, yes, Brett's doll. There's a market for this. And then Brett's doll started becoming at the same rates. So it's like, well, it's Christmas. So do I get you the black Barbie or do I get you a Brett's doll?
Do not get the Issa Barbie.
Beginner. Oh, okay. Yeah. Beginner Brett's.
And we're talking about Issa, the
character
and not Issa Rae,
person.
the person, because I love Issa Rae, the person, amazing, just goes, everything. But Issa, the character, just giving me all of the fuckboy that I didn't need. Like Cheetos and getting your pussy ate. What is that? What is that?
It's Compton and goes.
All right. Well, I hope it gets better. I really do. I really hope it gets better. Like, we're on episode 3 and I'm just not impressed by none of the episodes.
Okay.
I'm not. I want to be. I really do, but I'm not. Lastly, but also not lacking inches, Safari is coming out with a toy line. And so,
yeah, the 7-figure deal, but it's gonna be like 1 for 9 inches with a curve. How you what?
If you are looking for early Christmas gifts for bottoms and or versatiles,
if you are looking for an early Christmas gift, I did for a bottom. Shit, you know one. Here I go. Heard you was looking for me, bitch. Here I go. Shout out to Cash Doll.
If you are looking for early Christmas gifts for bottoms and versatiles in your life, I might be suggesting
bitch, here
this.
I go.
He is making a realistic version of his penis.
Safari is.
Yeah, that is going to be sold on the internet, and I think it could change people's lives. I think that this might
be
first.
Hashtag me too.
This might
hashtag
be his,
me 3.
This might be his best product. We don't know none of his songs. We only know him to be on Love and Hip Hop and to have dated Nicki Minaj.
These 2 songs on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know either one of them, but
I said we don't know none of his songs. And
stop telling the truth. I'm trying to I want to have this dildo, this successful man.
But that's what I'm saying. This could be his success.
Okay.
And so like some people didn't even know who other sex toy industry people were. We didn't know Candy was a freak until she had her sex toy lines come out. Mm-hmm. Jenna Jameson has made more money in sex toys than she ever made fucking
in the videos.
And so this could be a real avenue for him. I think he can make a hard toy. Mm-hmm. He can make like a little soft toy in case you don't want like the whole thing. He can make like even a flaccid toy if you just want to put it in your mouth. And he doesn't even have to charge me for these ideas.
They need you on the production.
He doesn't even
they need you on the production idea team.
Yeah. He doesn't need to charge me for the idea.
Brand strategy.
I'm just saying, if you have a bottom or a versatile in your life, I'm just suggesting this might be a gift idea.
Thank you guys so much. Christmas is coming up. Merry Christmas in advance. Thank you guys so much for leaving us your comments and reviews on Apple Podcasts. If you have the Apple Podcast app, search for our name, here for it, click leave a review. Nope, I'm doing this wrong. Leave a review in the Apple Podcast app. Search for our name in your app, click the reviews tab, and click write a review. We got a few SoundCloud comments last week, but I didn't remember to search for them. So,
well, we'll move into sexual health then.
Do that in a minute.
This week in sexual health, there was a story on Gay Star News.
That's a lie. There was no stories on there.
No, there was definitely a story on there. And I just would like to say, from a clinical perspective,
oh my God,
and from a sexual perspective, I am non-judgmental. You know, I'm open. You know, people not open.
Yeah.
I allow a lot of different things. Allow a lot of ideas and things like that. But
it's fun.
Be safe with the things that you are doing. Putting 15 eggs in your ass while having chemsex with your boyfriend is not a good idea. There have been stories previously made on like these clickbait websites. This one is not. This one is an actual story of we don't know if he's young. They didn't report his age. They did report his name.
They usually don't when it's a young person. As a blogger, I can tell you that we usually don't when it's a younger person. What we call it? Underage. I'm gonna say a minority, but that's the wrong word. When it's a
millennial.
Probably, girl. We all in 2019, so I forget the word, but yeah.
Well, this young man was actually rushed to a hospital after putting
18 eggs. How many?
15 hard-boiled eggs up his butt while on chemsex drugs with his boyfriend. They were both using liquid G, which is GHB. It's extremely dangerous when you do not know what you're doing, and even when you do know what you're doing.
When you own it and your partner own it, one of us don't need to be on it.
That's probably the start.
Or one of us just needs to be on a beginner dose.
Maybe we can even do that. But both of them were having chemsex.
Okay.
And during the chemsex, they decided to hard-boil eggs and put it up the receiver's behind. Apparently, the chemsex went amazingly, and the receiver went to sleep that evening to wake up the next morning with a lot of abdominal pain.
Woo!
They thought that they had taken all the eggs out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Bitch, you can't count. You only took 12 of the eggs. How many did he was still on there? Oh my God.
The men told doctors that they had hard-boiled 15 eggs and then peeled them. Only then they inserted it into his anus. This was not correct because he had suffered a lot of abdominal injury from cracked eggshells scarring his insides.
Rectal wall.
Yes.
The colorectal, because I'm sure you got to the colon at this point.
Upon arrival at the emergency room, the patient was tachycardic, tachypenic, meaning high heart rate, high breathing rate.
His red blood cells and things are trying to fight whatever this foreign object is inside his body.
And he's also hemorrhaging on the inside. Yes.
What hemorrhaging? What that word mean?
Hemorrhaging means bleeding. From
he was internal bleeding.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, cracked eggshells in his walls.
He got to go to the operating room?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
for some dick. Not even for no dick, for some damn eggs. I'm not even going to the operating room for some dick. At least you can brag like, bitch, that dick was so good, bitch. Or he could brag like, man, I be sending bitches to the... I mean, like, you can't even brag with it's a horrible egg. Because it's just to the operating.
The doctors performed an emergency laparotomy to remove the eggs.
Okay.
The surgical procedure involved cutting a large incision through the abdominal wall to gain access to the abdominal cavity. The patient was monitored in intensive care for 2 days and then released from one sexual experience. So this week in sexual health, I would implore you, gentlemen out there, put one egg, not 15. Like 15 eggs. Where did you think it was going? No. Also, do ChemSex as responsibly as you can. If you are out of control or out of your cognition to decide whether something is safe or not, you probably shouldn't be having that level of ChemSex.
Together. So I put it up SoundCloud because I felt guilty. 2 comments from SoundCloud. We discussed our favorite moments from Got to Be Real last week. R.I.P. Aretha Franklin. Keith Knight 7 said, my favorite moment from Got to Be Real is when Carrie Hilson popped out of nowhere and scared
Beetlejuice.
And when Beyonce told Fantasia that she doesn't think she can read her lips. Fantasia, so ill-prepared she can't even read my lips. So shout out to Keith Knight 7. We got a question from another listener who says, I am visiting DC for the first time in October. Any suggested eateries and spots to hang?
Well, Ben's Chili Bowl is one of my favorite. Only DC, like you can't find it anywhere else. Spots. So yes. Ben's Chili Bowl.
Get the one on the picture on the wall.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't know what I want, but I want 2 of those.
Yeah,
on the wall,
right off of U Street, downtown DC. You'll be close to Nelly's as well.
2 blocks from Nelly's. I'll count. I'm like, I walk 2 blocks. Okay, great. If I walk 3 blocks, I'm like, shit, I done passed Nelly's. I mean, I done passed the Ben's Chili Bowl. Ben's Chili Bowl is so good when you're intoxicated.
It's good when you're not as well. Nando's, because I hadn't been to a Nando's before I got to DC, so I'm not sure if it's technically a DC native because it seems so big, but I've never seen one anywhere throughout the country. And so if you've never been to a Nando's, definitely check out a Nando's in DC.
Okay. Eateries I would suggest. Child. People always say go to L'Oreal Plaza, Lauriol Plaza. But I mean,
you didn't even spell that right.
I did. I remember the way it's spelled because it's spelled wrong.
Okay.
And I remember not thinking the margarita was as great, but like 30 minutes later, when the margarita hits you, it's cool. But the food didn't really do much for me. But
I like the food at L'Oreal Plaza.
This week in social studies, 3 non-physical traits that makes a person attractive to you.
Non-physical? Well,
you know, in the world of dating apps with like, oh my gosh, Tinder, Jax, Grindr, Scruff, A4A is revitalizing their mobile app, and
yeah, when they smell good, that's probably the most intoxicating thing for me. Like a nigga that just smells good, look like he like clean everywhere you can look anywhere on his body and not be turned off. Melts me. Someone that speaks intellectually, that you know they don't have to. I don't believe really.
You question everything, so you're not gonna believe nothing nobody say. Just as a person.
No, that's just you. But someone that speaks intellectually that can impress me with their vocabulary, very sexy. Just take my drawers off now. And someone that's well traveled, somebody that I can talk about. Oh, you went that place. How was that? Where'd you go? What'd you do? Like, that's extremely attractive to me.
So according to the effect of humor on interpersonal attraction and mate selection, it's a long study title. They have to get their grant coin. A sense of humor is the #1 thing that most people find attractive. It found that a good sense of humor was rated more attractive than a person who was a long-term. People who had a sense of humor were more deemed to be a long-term partner than someone who didn't. Like, oh, you cute, but like you ain't got no personality. So a sense of course, a lot of girls are cute but don't have a sense of humor. The second thing is the seduction of storytelling. In the article called A Good Story, Dr. John Donahue cites 3 studies that say a man's allure, the mystery of keeping your date's attention, can appear as an enticing trait for long-term love. And the third thing, I'm going to leave a link to all these studies in the link below. The third thing is charm. The extrovert advantage that came out in 2015 is a study that says even extroverts, no matter how attractive, require motivation to turn on the charm. Like, I mean, like, if I don't deem you attractive and, like, I know I'm cute, I'm going to have to fake all this and turn it on for you. But, like, even if you feel like you are unattractive, which is not always true for a lot of people, there's a market for everything. Mm-hmm. You know, fake it till you make it. Turn on the charm. Like, I really like him. I want to see him more often. Turn on the charm. Shit, even the cute girls be turning it on. Turn on their charm. Fake it till you make it. So shout out to a sense of humor, the seduction of storytelling, and charm for being 3 non-physical traits that can make you attractive. Cuffing season coming up.
Whew, child.
I'm trying to prepare y'all. Last week we were talking about conversation tips. This week, even if you don't feel attractive, things that can, you know, help you keep the lights on. We're going to keep discussing it. Listener letters. Send us your questions and comments to hereforitpod@gmail.com or to any inbox where you can find us on social media. One question this week. Anonymous asks, at what age do you just settle for somebody?
Oh, girl. Never.
Everybody crazy. Most men are trifling. And I ain't going broke whining and dining these niggas no more. I got a date this Friday, and he don't know it, but we going Dutch. Actually, it's going to be my birthday, but should I expect him to pay? Shout out to Virgo season.
I hope these ain't
Virgo
Virgo traits.
birthday. Should I expect him to pay? Plus, men nowadays spend more time getting dressed for the club than they do getting dressed to praise God. I'm 35 years old, and I want a child in 2 years. I don't have many problems in my gay life, but this is tiring. Help.
I don't know where to start with that.
Start at the beginning.
If you are 35 currently and you're expecting to have a child in 2 years, that's unrealistic.
Well, you know, we always set these. Is it heteronormative to set goals to be? I want to be married by this. I want to have a child.
No.
I want to have a house and a fence, and I want to, and I have to be upgraded, trading my Nissan to a Lexus or a Mercedes by the time I'm 42. Because at 42, you should just have a Mercedes at this point. And you know how the gays are.
No, that's not heteronormative. Like any and everyone should have goals for their life. Mm-hmm. But having a goal to have a child within 2 years and you ain't got no man and no plan to have no children or no man is unrealistic. Going on a birthday date and hoping that you guys will be going Dutch, but not communicating that, hey, look, it's my birthday and I will pay for my half and not paying for your half, is a recipe for disaster, and also telling why you have problems in the dating world. If you're going on a date with someone and you have made the plan that y'all going Dutch, say, hey, you know, just in case you were wondering, I'm going to pay for my half, you're going to pay for your half, and we're going to be good after this, even though it's my birthday. Unless, you know, if you just want to, you feel froggy and it's my birthday and you should just pay for me anyway because I'm cute.
Ciao.
Have those conversations, but when you don't communicate those things and then something goes awry and you'll want to be getting on social media talking about how bad the nigga is and I can't believe I went out with this fuckboy and blah, 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 this and that. Communicate what you would like the date to be. If you want the date to be, we go Dutch. If we like each other, we go somewhere else afterwards. After that, if we still like each other, we're going back to my place to have some birthday sex. Communicate that, but non-communication is not going to get you anywhere that you actually want to be.
I can't say I disagree because, I mean, like when I was 15, 16 years old, I was like, I'm going to be a computer programmer. And by the time I'm 25, I'm going to have a house. Well, my vision never included women, but, you know, like, then I got to college and then computer programming included a lot of math and science, and I was just not here for it. And then my real world experience had led me into stripping and twerking, and then so then you just become the lead stripper down to Magic City. And are you holding on to a recent like a 5-year plan or 3-year plan? I mean, like, what year was this plan made that you had to have a child by a certain amount of time, or you had to have a man by a certain amount of time? I mean, I appreciate that. It sounds like by the time you were 25, you set a goal to be by 40 to have a child or to have a man. But then, why you even set up a birthday date with somebody who don't know that it's your birthday? I mean, like, if it's a birthday date, oh, child, they know what they're signing up for because I'm not swiping my card.
I'm not bringing a card. I'm not bringing a card in case of
Oh
an
my
emergency.
gosh, I
No.
left my card in the car.
I didn't.
The rest of these girls will be doing.
I'm starting off the day with, I don't have any money.
It's my birthday.
No.
Tell the bartender we need birthday shots. They're going on your tab. It's my birthday. That's the only listening question we had. So, what's next? It's my birthday, ho.
We can proceed into songs for your soul.
What's the song for your soul?
I may regret this in the future, but right now, I don't.
Me neither.
Because the song is just the shit hits. The shit hits. The singer is problematic. I read her.
Oh my god.
Like maybe 10 or 15 episodes ago for problematic statements that she made, but I had never listened to any of her music at the time. Not today. Sorry. Well, today is.
Amen. You better claim it.
Today is when I knew I fell in love with her music. I knew that I liked a song, but I didn't know I fell in love with her music until today. So this song goes, something in the sun or the air is making me want to run away from you. I know that you want me to stay with you, but no. So I'll keep making excuses about the sun, the earth, the rays, but our days are numbered. Wired, and I'm tired of it. I know you're trying, but you'll never unravel me.
Amen.
Unravel me, unravel me. The song is by Sabrina Claudio.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow, problematic.
Quite. But again, I had never heard her music at the time of the incident. I heard the incident, and I'm not going to go back over the incident because I want y'all to still listen to the song because the song is so fucking good. The song is orgasmic. The song is as infectious as gonorrhea. So listen to the song. Though I know she has had a problematic ass past, I'm putting her personal shit on pause because the music is so good. And so what had happened was I was at work. I let YouTube play music while I'm doing work. It just plays whatever the fuck is coming up next after a previous selection that I made.
Pandora tease.
Yeah. And then I had realized that it was playing the song that I had a previous experience to, but didn't know the name of the song. And then when I heard the song, I was like, oh,
yeah.
let me replay that again. Replayed it again. The shit hits. Unravel Me by Sabrina Claudio. Just check it out. I know she's problematic. Do not go buy her album. Just listen to the song.
Shout out to Hermes World. You just sent us this while we're recording, so I don't have all the things together. But I'm reading the article you sent me from about the LGBT diversity director being fired, and I'm currently reading it. Just got the link. I just want you to know how real time Hermes World, what you just sent me, is. The song for my soul this week is I Got This by Jennifer Hudson. You know, like my birthday had me, and getting intoxicated beyond measure had me thinking about my goals and what I want to do and just in an inspirational mood. And I Got This by Jennifer Hudson. You know, she gonna scream, she gonna holler. It's set to a cute mid-tempo beat. It came out around the same time as Whitney Houston's $1 Million Bill. So if you have to get to the tempo, he makes me feel like $1 Million Bill. I Got This is set to the same kind of mid-tempo beat, but the production. So I Got This is about an inspirational song. I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I have goals and dreams. I got this, you know. I'm going to stay focused until I reach my goal. I got this. And I think the repetition of saying I got this in the chorus, as much as people hate repetitious choruses, constantly saying it out loud, I got this. I'm going through this right now, but I got this. This is happening for me, and it's, a barrier towards success, but I got this. I'm going to reach success. I know it. I got this. So the repetition in the chorus, I can see how it can annoy some people, but Jennifer Hudson constantly saying it and telling us how we're going to get there felt very Yolanda Adams, felt very Aretha Franklin gospel album. It just took me there, and so shout out to I Got This by Jennifer Hudson.
Outstanding. Maybe she'll sing that in the movie.
Oh,
She was handpicked by
the Queen
the
of Soul
Queen to play.
Yeah.
Her or Tasia. So,
leave
that.
One has an Oscar and one don't. So I love them both.
I love Fantasia.
I love them both.
Fantasia knows that. And the most important part is Fantasia knows that I love her personally. And that's not name dropping. But
Okay.
she knows personally that I love her.
Here for it. So what are you here for?
I'm not here for something this week.
Oh my God.
Again.
Taking us through it.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. But this shit was just fucking too much.
Yeah.
I've seen it too much already, and I'm just not here for it. Jamel Miles is a 9-year-old boy was a 9-year-old boy in Denver, Colorado, that had recently come out over this past summer to his mom as gay, and was transitioning his response to I'm gay also into I like to dress in women's clothes. I'd prefer women's clothes over boys' clothes. So can you stop buying me boys' clothes and buy me a little bit more girls' clothes over the summer?
4 days prior to his death.
We're getting there. I'm building the story. So this is how Jamel's summer was. Jamel had this awakening ass summer, sickening ass summer, and just saying, I am gonna come out to my mom. I'm gonna tell her that I also like girl clothes as well. Remix some of this shit that you buy me at Walmart, because I don't need all the G.I. Joe shit. He had found his voice. He had found his spirit. He had found his track in life, and was excited to go to school to start his first year in fourth grade. And 4 days into his first year of school, back to school, he killed himself. He killed himself allegedly because he had been bullied at school about coming out as gay. His sister had witnessed the bullies talking about him being gay, telling him to kill himself, and he went home and actually killed himself. So I am absolutely not here for it, because we still have kids in the schools that are being taught by other people to hate people. These kids are not born hating people. They don't know to hate gay people. They don't know to hate black people. They don't know to hate trans people. They don't know to hate any type of people when they are born. They are taught to hate people. And unfortunately, the generation that is teaching them to hate people has not died off yet. And so I'm absolutely not here for it. Jamel deserves to still be here. He deserves to be living his best gay and or trans life, regardless of what anybody thinks. His mom accepted him. His family accepted him. These little lowlifes at school that did not accept him are fucking unimportant, and I'm not here for it. Jamel Miles, rest in peace. I hope that the story changes the minds of some people and softens the hearts of some people as well.
2 things. The first one really quick. The second one's gonna be long. Hermes just sent us Philadelphia's Mazzoni Center, Mazzoni. They just fired their first diversity person who's a trans man of Latinx descent. From what I'm reading into more.com. The person, they just got new direction at the Mazzoni Center in Philadelphia, and the person name is Kay Martinez, the first director of diversity, equity, and inclusion, was fired after the company got new direction because the last person was fired due to sexual assault allegations. I'm still reading all of this. I'm just trying to, but to be fired without any prior write-ups or any former anything. I'm still reading this, but it appears that I'm not going to be here for this. And I hope to have more next week because 50 people walked out this past Monday because they think that the organization is trash for firing their LGBT diversity director at the LGBT Health Center. And it's now have a straight person as the director. Ma'am, why are you firing me? But according to the board, they think that she's a powerful woman. Beautiful gowns. The thing that's in my notes is the headline on Gaystar News reads, "School assignment asks kids to choose who to save, a gay athlete or a Muslim student." Whew, you know, we play on the internet. We were like, oh, it's a boat. It only got 3 people. So y'all gonna save Sierra, Brianna, Tinashe, or, you know, like some for the, like, that's cute to play on the internet. But for Roberts Middle School to have 7th and 8th graders in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, to have an assignment rank, there's 12 people, the world is ending, and you can only save 8 people. Who do you save? One was like an Arabic person who does this, and the other one was like, oh, this person of minority descent who has done this great, amazing thing. Like, even the gay person was an athlete, and even the Muslim person was like an international college student. To have 12, how old are we in like 7th and 8th grade? These teenagers, they don't have the diversity training to even see that this is cute, it's coy. They're thinking, oh, we're in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. All they know is who they are and what people are around them. So it's like for the teacher and for the superintendent that covers Roberts Middle School to say like, oh, we stand by it. And the people of the city had to go to their city councilman of their district and say like, hello, can we get some help? We need some help refuting how this is ridiculous. You can't tell no 12 and 13-year-old boys like, oh, the world is about to end and all the white people are safe, but you got to choose 8 minorities and it's 12 of them there. Who do you leave to die? In a world where we just had the white power rally here in Washington, D.C. like 2 weeks ago, and in a world where in Jacksonville, Florida, this white boy killed minorities this weekend. Rest in peace to Elijah Clayton. He was down to the Madden tournament, you know, being great, being amazing at Madden. And he had to die because some white boy had lost on the internet in Madden. Studies also show that the white power girls troll online. Like when you can have the little headphones on, you can talk to the people that you're playing with. The white power groups and terrorist organizations troll white teen boys to join. They want to radicalize, is that a word? Radicalize them to, you know, encourage them to go do stupid shit like what happened at Parkland. So, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, if you want to teach diversity to the kids, oh, they stood behind it because the superintendent said like, oh, well, the teacher cited at the University of Ohio, college students were doing a resource about training there at the University of Houston. These 12 and 13-year-old boys and girls who don't got shit to do with collegiate level diversity training. And even the University of Houston had to come out and say like, hey, this isn't an original thing that we came up with, but we usually market it to people who are experts in diversity. So anyway, Cuyahoga Falls, if y'all want to market and well, if y'all want to teach diversity and tolerance, how about you speak the names of all these trans murder victims? How about you speak the names of all the kids that passed in the Parkland shooting that also happened in Florida? How about you discuss the guy who shot up the DMV newspaper for covering his stalking behavior towards his ex-girlfriend, if you want to teach tolerance? Look, if you stalk somebody and she dump you, and then you stalk her, we're going to cover it in the local news. You're going to be embarrassed by it, but that's collateral damage as a part of stalking someone when they have your name in the papers in the courts. If you want to teach diversity and training, speak the names of the immigrant assault victims who are on video once every 3 to 6 months because some white American is standing in a taco shop or in the goddamn Chipotle and want the workers to speak American. First of all, you can't do that. But other people are suffering. If you want to teach tolerance, talk about the way that black hair has been criminalized and it's even unprofessional to wear black hairstyles at your job. This week, there have been multiple videos of black students who have been put out of school because their natural hair has been deemed unworthy to even come to class. A young 5, 6, 7-year-old young man with dreads. Is that a young man or is this a young boy? This is a young boy. We don't want... And black men have to grow up faster because they're not deemed as innocent, studies show. And so if you want to teach tolerance, that's the way you teach diversity. You have real world experiences that you can reach to Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, the Superintendent Dr. Todd Nichols, where you can teach diversity and you can teach tolerance. And you don't have to use some collegiate level expert in diversity and reach out for a little play. It's 12 people, you can only save 8. It's enough going on in this world. Trump is your president. First of all, start there. Nobody in the White House right now, even Angela Rice said on TV and said on CNN and said, I'll give you $5, one for each black person that you can name that work in Donald Trump's cabinet. And the guy said on CNN he couldn't name 5 people. So if you want to teach diversity and tolerance, start there. Y'all fucking tried it, and I'm not here for it.
Pride is upon us again.
It's time for our last call. I'm working on my things, and I need my things, and I need my things. I need my things. Last call. Take a shot with us.
Well, again, like I was saying, pride is upon us again. It's probably the last biggest pride of the year. And so don't y'all be out in clubs fighting and shit.
Please.
Don't be at the sex parties fighting. Don't be down to the streets or down to the hotels fighting. We don't need no more gay fight videos. Thank you. My last call is to the Queen. She may not have been walking around with a shiny, nice fucking dress with a crown on her fucking head. But she did pull up to the goddamn funeral with a rose gold casket and red pumps. And we don't know the last time you saw a legend being buried this beautifully.
In stilettos. Those were like stilettos.
The Queen's goddamn casket and red pumps took over the internet for the majority of today.
Yeah, confirmed.
Outside of Detroit. This wasn't just like Detroit niggas like my Detroit friends that was cheering until the internet was like, look at the Queen.
Yeah.
And so this last call is to Miss Aretha Franklin. You will be missed. Your contributions are extremely important. Thank you, my Detroit sister. And even though you were born in Memphis, you are a Detroit queen.
Oh my God. Let Memphis have our things.
She was never a Memphis thing.
She didn't really rep Memphis like that. Detroit
she did not. She was born there.
I give her that. I give her that as well.
But her formative years were in Detroit. That's what made her who the fuck she is.
True.
She's a Detroit queen.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing.
my Detroit queen is gone. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin.
My last call is rest in peace, Jamel Miles, the 9-year-old who committed suicide. It seems so cliche to say it gets better, but it do. I mean, like he set a goal for himself. He was beginning to set the outline for his life, and like as a gay person, we're so many years ahead of all of our naysayers and all of the people who question and see problems with what we do. But you just were 9 years old. You had already decided over the summer, I want to give the girls these things. I want to explore these things. And I want to see what these things mean to me. And I just really wanted to see, because I know, I'm getting emotional. I just really know what it was like when I was right there about to commit suicide myself. And I said, bitch, if you're not going to commit suicide, you're going to let these bitches have it. If you're not going to commit suicide, you're going to let these... If you're not going to commit suicide, you're going to let these bitches have it. And I just really wish that he had the things to let these bitches fucking have it. Let these bitches fucking have it. I'm fish. My voice soft. I'm loud. So, rest in peace to Jamel Miles. We honor you.
We do. Thank you guys again for listening to Here For It podcast.
Don't forget t-shirts. I know I'm sad right now. I'm trying to redirect my emotions.
Fashion line.
If you are on Patreon, you keep calling the fashion line. We got satchels. And what we got? We got coffee mugs.
I don't do.
Can a coffee mug be a fashion mug?
If you wear it right. Wow. Alyssa Edwards wore cameras. Anything can be fashion.
Yeah, she's dancing queen. October.
And I don't do anything that's not fashionable, so it is a fashion line.
September 1st on Patreon. You subscribe to us on Patreon. We have an announcement for you. Yeah, and it's gonna be exclusive to our Patreon subscribers first, and then we'll tell the rest of y'all girls when we feel like we should tell the rest of y'all. We actually have those things planned, but whatever. Follow the podcast on the internet at Here For It Pod. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Here For It Pod, and of course, RonaldMatters.com. I don't know what I just said. Did I say it all right?
No.
Okay.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. Please follow me on BGC.
Oh.
I'm still there.
Follow me on Blake Blending, because I still be using the @ and the /. So do I do 13222 or 16777? I want it to be red. So what color?
6969.
Bye.
Bye.